Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Nicholas No H and I'm here with the Girls' Generation reaction. So yeah, this is going to be a first for my channel. I know very little about Girls' Generation. I've heard G and I've heard Into the New World or Into a New World. And that's probably one like a top 10 K-pop song for me just in general. It's just so good. One of my favorites, yeah, in general. I know very little else besides a few of the members. I know Taeyeon. I reacted to her. Actually, one of my first videos was a Taeyeon single or solo song. And also Sunny I've seen around, and maybe one or two other members I've seen just in variety shows and things like that. Actually, that might be a lie, because if you've been to my channel before, even if you haven't, I'll repeat the story. But the way I got into K-pop was a little bit different, or is a little bit different from a lot of people. It started with Korean variety shows, so I didn't watch any K-dramas or anything, or listen to any type of K-pop until maybe 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago at most. It started with Running Man. I'd hear all these songs in the background, or I'd see all these guests come on, and including Girls' Generation. So I have known them, but not, you know, I didn't know anything about them at the time, and I didn't listen to K-pop, so they were just like famous singers or you know, famous members of a group to me. So I didn't really have that connection or anything like that. But yeah, through watching shows like Running Man, through watching shows like Prison Life of Fools, they have like karaoke, and they play famous songs, and a lot of it was like Girls' Generation. And you couldn't, you know, you can't get away from G or Into the New World. They're always going to be on those type of shows, and I'm glad because it introduced me to, it made me very curious about K-pop in general, because the only things you hear are either from people that are obsessed with it or people that hate it, and you know, both sides kind of have, you know, one is hyping it up to the best thing ever, other people are kind of downplaying it. So I just wanted to see, you know, hear it for myself, and I'm very glad I got into K-pop, and very glad I started this channel to listen to artists that I normally wouldn't if I just, you know, listened to the groups that I already liked and kind of left it at that. You're really excited, and if it's like the other two songs that I've heard, it's gonna be a bop. Even if it's been quite a bit since they made music, I think they're always just gonna have their that connection, that energy, and that sound that they have that made everybody fall in love with them. So this is kind of an introduction while also not being an introduction, and we're just really excited in general. So yeah, if you've never been on my channel before, I make playlists of all the groups I listen to and react to. So if there is more Girls' Generation content or reactions that I do and it's wanted, then I'll for sure have a playlist up, and you can check all of those out once it starts building. And then also have a community tab that I update every week or two, and you can see what's going to be coming in the future, as well as a Patreon for any blocked reactions, and I upload them there for free. If you do end up enjoying my channel, please consider subscribing. It really does help. It helps let me know what is wanted on the channel, and I can try to get more of that for you guys in the future. And yeah, let's get right to it. I really can't wait, and I'm not anticipating a certain sound. I don't really, you know, shoebox Girls' Generation into sounding a certain way, so it can literally go any direction and I'll be all for it. So it's gonna be Forever One by Girls' Generation in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. She might be the other one that I... And this is Taeyeon. And then besides Sunny, I'm gonna... No. She's been on variety shows. I forget her name all the time. And sorry, I pause a bit on my channel. But I like to kind of try to, you know, dissect the songs or kind of give some little thoughts throughout that so that I won't forget later on. But yeah, Tiffany. I think that was Tiffany. And then the next girl is always on variety shows, on Running Man especially, that I really liked her personality, but I can never remember her name. And then Sunny I remember. And then the rest I may have to learn the names of. There's Sunny. Whoa. How do I feel about that? I love how different it is, and I like this rap. Oh, this is catchy. That was really catchy. That's honestly one of those choruses that I think will stick with someone for a long time. It just, you know, when something sounds like a legendary chorus already, like that's kind of the vibes it's giving me. It's not even doing anything crazy. It's just they're just, like I said, a group that is so well respected. And even though there's groups before them, obviously they kind of got the ball rolling. Especially for girl groups, I feel like that, you know, they look up to Girls' Generation. They see them making great music, fun music, and I don't think they compromise or try to cut corners or make anything gimmicky. It's just whether it be their production team or stylists, you know, you name it. I think they all work very well together. Does that make sense? Because sometimes you get that feeling, or you know, when you're witnessing greatness, or whether it be like a sports moment, or you know, musically like a movie, TV show, that just feels like something that's gonna be very memorable. And I think it's part of their legacy. Even though they weren't obviously, you know, the first K-pop group or anything, I think they were the ones that kind of ushered in this new generation. Even though there's 3-4 generations of K-pop idols, I think that's kind of the legacy that they have. So when they come back and they make a chorus like that and they just sound so great, I think you just can't help but give in to their charms and kind of give them the credit that they deserve. And that's just being a, like I said, a legendary group that sounds so fresh still. It doesn't sound like they were left behind by the times, and they still look like they're having so much fun. And at least so far in this video, the pre-chorus part is very interesting. That tone is so jarring compared to the upbeat bright chorus that I didn't know how to feel about it, and I still don't know how I feel. It's not that I dislike it, it's just my ears have to get used to it. So that's why I kept replaying it, because it's interesting enough that I really am intrigued to, and I want to hear it again if they do it in the latter part of the song. So yeah, let's get right back to it. Those synths coming in the back. Whoa, and there's like a monster in the back. I love how they have like all these colors represented as well. It's built up in the back. That sounds magical. Oh, I love the effects they were doing. Oh. Was she in step back? I think that's not the group name, but the oh, I'm in shock. Okay, that was honestly amazing, first of all, and secondly, I feel like they really gave me a good kind of insight to Girls' Generation from someone that, you know, just started reacting maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and you know, learning about all of these groups. Girls' Generation was really a group that, despite hearing hearing a lot of their a lot of G or Into the New World in the backgrounds of shows that I watched, or even variety shows from artists, covers, stuff like that, if it's a group that I still feel very much lacking in terms of not my own knowledge, knowing about them besides some of the members. And so it's really cool to see how they, they've come back, how they still have this kind of aura around them, and kind of this shine around them that even for someone like me that doesn't know much about them, and doesn't know much about their history besides the small amount that I've experienced firsthand, it's really cool to see that they still just have the whole package, and just seeing why they're so respected and will kind of always be at the top, in my opinion, in terms of just K-pop sounds. And I'm big on like giving respect to people that have kind of paved the way and done it before a lot of groups have done it. So they definitely deserve the flowers. They still deserve to be well received and appreciated, especially in this day and age, in fighting between stands of groups and drama that doesn't make any sense. It's really fun to just see them shining like this. So yeah, there was a girl at the end that I feel like I've seen her in Step Back, the group. I knew it was like a collab between a bunch of, I think, is it SM groups that made like a super girl group. So I'm forgetting the name of the group, but I recognized her, I think. See, I think that makes it 4 members now that I think I know. So kind of getting there, and I'm notoriously slow in learning members. So if I do react to more Girls' Generation, hopefully I'm gonna learn all their names and put names to faces. And yeah, so anyway, I feel like in this reaction, more than a lot of mine, I have been rambling and kind of bumbling around, but I think I do that when I'm excited. And yeah, overall, as far as the song goes, it's a bop. Classic chorus. The verses itself, their voices are so sweet. They're hitting these I feel like they're going a little bit higher than their normal registers in terms of singing, and absolutely killing it. And then that little part right before the chorus, that little pre-chorus part, so unique and so adds such a different dimension to the song. I'm still gonna have to listen to it a few more times to see if I love it, but I love that they put it in there regardless. So thank you guys for checking out my video, and if you have any more suggestions of what I should check out in the future from them, please drop a comment, let me know, and I'll try my best to get to it very shortly. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.